Hello my friends and welcome to Flying Circus Models. Today will be one more unusual video dedicated to Remembrance Day. This September I went to my vacation with my family to Belgium, Netherlands and Luxembourg countries, and I planned to visit all famous Great War locations like Arras, Verdun, Ypres, Somme River and other. But because I traveled with my family and they are not very interested in it, we came up only with one location, Verdun. Today Verdun fields look quiet and peaceful, same view you can see from the sky. Forests, plenty of trees, farms, nice and quiet rural area. But a bit more than 100 years ago, this area looked like this. One of the most famous places in Verdun is UR.II. I will put a link for that place in the description. It is a memorial containing skeletal remains of soldiers who died on the battlefield during the Battle of Verdun in the Great War. Of course, it was not allowed to take pictures or shoot a video inside, so you will see video only from outside. The Battle of Verdun was from February 21st to December 18th, 1916. 300 days and nights of relentless battles. Approximately 230,000 men died out of a total of 700,000 casualties, dead, wounded and missing. The battle became known in German as the Hell of Verdun, and was conducted on a battlefield covering less than 20 square kilometers, or 7.7 square miles. In 1918, in the first hours of the armistice, the Bishop of Verdun, Monsignor d.vi, went to the battlefield to find a terrible sight: thousands of bodies who will unfortunately never be identified. This discovery led to the idea of a sanctuary for these unknown soldiers. On August 22nd, 1920, symbolically, the first two headstones of the future monument were sealed by the founder Monsignor d.vi, Marshal Pétain, and the Lafayette Escadrille. From 1924 to 1932 year, while the first unidentified remains found on the ground were temporarily placed in a chapel. The construction of the monument continued with the money collected throughout the world by Monsignor d.vi, his team and the Ossuary Committee. On the monument's main facade there are coats of arms from the 147 cities, regions and donator countries having participated in the financing of the build. The ossuary is a memorial containing the remains of both French and German soldiers who died on the Verdun battlefield. As you can see, not only Christians are here, but some Muslim graves as well. On the inside of the ossuary building, the ceiling and the walls are partially covered by the names of French soldiers who died during the Battle of Verdun. In front of the monument and sloping downhill lies the largest single French military cemetery of the First World War with 16,142 graves. Through small outside windows, the skeletal remains of at least 130,000 identified soldiers of both nations can be seen filling up alcoves at the lower edge of the building. After the memorial, we went northwest to a small village, Chatancourt, that is located on the original intersection where trench of Chatancourt and the trench of Toulouse met more than 100 years ago. The reconstructed interior allows us to see and feel how French soldiers experienced life in the trenches in 1916. According to visitor information, each part of the trench has been rebuilt as it was during the war, thanks to original maps, documents and memories of the soldiers survived here. Here you can find a first aid section with mannequins of French, English and German soldiers. Also, you can see interesting pictures with stories on the walls that illustrate how it was to fight in the Great War, as well as some heroes who did something extraordinary on the battlefield. A small chapel. It is well known that there are no atheists after the first fight or shelling. A telephone station and an officer's place, an imitation of a room where soldiers spent their spare time and had rest. Different types of grenades that were used at that time. Moreover, a listening post where guardsmen had their duty and in case of the enemy attack they rang a bell. This place is so realistic that they even have some mice there. Unfortunately, I was able to capture only one. Of course, they do not have so many of them like in the recent movie All Quiet on the Western Front. A machine gun post with the remains of helmets, boots, bayonets and other equipment. One more interesting place is a trench art, where you can see different types of arts that soldiers created during their free time. Next was a post office, a wall with differences between German, French and English bowlers, forks, spoons and water bottles. There is a remain of a huge German 38mm artillery shell on the wall, almost in the end of the trenches, and some ammo boxes. Furthermore, there is a small exhibition of coins, helmets, knives, guns, ammunition, and other things you can find on the battlefield. And of course, some plastic models and dioramas of the Great War. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was not a model build, but it was related to the Great War, so I decided to share it with you. As usual, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press like button, and leave your comments below. Also, if you would like to support my channel, you can do this on Patreon. Thanks for watching and see you in the next videos.